Everybody just said, yo, we're never talking to Kanye again. Kanye could write on a white t-shirt, Yeezy, and then sell it for X amount of dollars. You know what I mean? Even if he was the most blackball person ever. So that I don't believe Kanye is exempt from blackballing. But Nori, let's get to you though. Nori was somebody reaching for this when LeBron and everybody ducked this interview and didn't put their interviews out and didn't want to take this. Nobody wanted to grab it. Nori was the first person to say, yo, we going. Gay Part 3, Super Bowl, biggest podcast ever, right? Jumping at the numbers, but not looking at like, yo, what is he trying to say here? What's going on? And then to know it's Kanye, you know when he's trying to come say controversial, you just trying to eat it up without even feeling like you have any remorse or any responsibility to negate or push back on some of the things that he's gonna say. And sometimes I feel like because in our culture we feel like because some people have made such because people have climbed to a certain financial stratosphere that they are impossible being wrong. I think Kanye's a genius, but he's also has the ability to be wrong. And as an interviewer and somebody who's grown a platform to be one of the biggest platforms, as they said, the BET Awards in hip hop right now, you have to be able to protect your own platform and knowing who you in bed with, knowing that all your money, he's up there talking about Jewish networks, knowing that y'all might be trying to get a deal with a Jewish network. You see how these things aren't letting these things compute. And Nori then went and said on Twitter, oh, what did he say on Twitter? Yo, we did more numbers than the Super Bowl. And that's what I'm saying is that Nori didn't even grasp, not forget what happened right in the time. Like, oh yeah, maybe he was too drunk to offer kickback. They didn't really grasp what happened after the fact. That's what I'm saying. And when you have such a platform and everybody knows Nori, we all love Nori, we know how he got here. And what we understand is that we know when Nori got to number one, people are going to hold you to a certain pedestal, a certain tier because you are who you are, that you can't just allow anything to go down because then it can ruin all the hard work you've done. I'm interested to see what happens to Drink Champs as a network, as an interview podcast. I want to see, as a platform, I want to see how they adjust because things are about to get different. And Nori has said it, and I believe things are going to get very, 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 very different from here. But tell me if y'all think I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. But I think from here on out, nothing's ever the same for Kanye. It's your favorite guy, JungleTye. Lay outside gang. Bow.
How? Don't just say that. Give me, if you were the presidential candidate, what would you say? How would you end it?
You know, the biggest thing is I can see things. I live 20 years ahead. Everything I do is like something someone would do.
As you should.
20 years ahead, right? So it's laying out the plans. The same way how I laid out the blueprint for Blueprint.
But you got to give us a layman. You're going to be speaking to constituents that don't understand anything.
Here's the rap language. I made the blueprint for Blueprint. I made the blueprint for Blueprint as a vessel of God. Not me. God is actually the only artist. This is the thing. God runs the world. In this situation, we came up with the idea of not like, oh, DEFCON 3, but hey, I'm jealous of Jewish people. Why? Because they don't abort their people, because their families stick together, because they do business together, because they don't shoot each other dead in the street. Here's 4 reasons for me to be jealous of the Jewish culture. We made that today. I don't have the exact answer in front of us today in 2024, but Moses had 4 chapters. So when he dropped the 10 Commandments, if someone screamed out, what are we going to do about this sea over there?
Right.
Oh, by the time we get to the sea, I guarantee you God's going to give me a staff to part it. But right now, we're here dealing with the Jewish comment, blah, blah, blah. That's like kind of the main thing. And we solved it. We, matter of fact, made something that brought all the Jewish people in and the black people in together. So going from the person that turned his back on black people with the White Lives Matter and then was anti-Semite with the DEFCON 3 comment, we've now brought it together.
And you told George Bush he don't like black people.
That happened also.
Come on.
But
I'm sorry. I just wanted to, I really feel like it's important, like, right now, like, the war in Ukraine could spill over into a nuclear war. We don't know. It could be World War III.
Biden got money in Ukraine. You understand
we
that,
know
right?
that it's nefarious what's going on.
You understand Biden has money in Ukraine.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
what is Kanye? What is Ye doing?
And that's out of being selfish, right? You know what I'm saying? I'd be fine to not have any money whatsoever and be able to make the monasteries. That is my main focus, is the monasteries.
But you fuck with Putin back in the days.
Absolutely, and Putin would love a monastery also. He's an Orthodox Christian, right? So let's ask the head of Ukraine, is he Orthodox Christian?
Head of Ukraine, can you bring us out here?
Zelensky.
I mean, you can ask him.
He's a comedian.
You can ask him. He used to be an actor. You can ask him.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
He's a comedian. You can ask him. I guarantee you could get him, here, because, you know what I mean? So
I doubt we'll get him here, but we could get him here. Kind of.
I think you get him here.
We think we'll get him here.
So what was the question then?
No, I just wanted to know what you thought. What would you do to avoid World War III in this situation?
The world is led by the least noble and the most greedy. These wars and this threat of people dying are based off of Biden and his son's account, Josh Kushner's account. It's based off of a few really greedy people that want to run the world, and they don't care who dies or who they leave miserable in their tracks because of it. My two daddies don't live like that. That's not what they built, and that's not who they built me to be. I already showed you multiple times, even when I said...
Who's the two daddies? Pops and God.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So I showed you when I said Beyonce had the best video. I put myself at risk for the truth.
It was real.
I will put myself at risk for the truth.
And George Bush don't like black people. Let's not forget that.
I'll put myself at risk for the truth.
Because right now they be saying Kanye don't like black people. It's a little weird.
I'm taking a piece at the same time. Sorry.
What'd you say?
I got this. Go ahead.
I kind of got to use the restroom too. I ain't gonna
All right, go.
We got one last section.